Date of birth June 8, 1966. Date of death June 17, 1994. Tanya Clark. Date of birth March 29, 1970. Date of death April 4th, 2000. Sheila Easley, date of birth October 30th, 1961. Date of death January 29, 2001. Date of birth, April 14, 1969. Date of death, April 2nd, 2002.
To remember those who we have lost. Miss Maxine Blackwell started this candlelight vigil back in 2002. And it is something that we are continuing on. It is something that has happened every single year, and will be something that we will continue so that we can never forget the impact, the loss, the ripple through this community when we lose someone to domestic violence. Domestic violence is not something that we focus on just 1 month out of the year or at one occasion. It is something we work towards ending every single day. I encourage each and every one of our community members to think about the one thing that we can all do. And I believe the one thing that each and every one of us can do is to use our voice, to say something. Whether it's you get to talk to a family member about what's going on, a friend. Yes, those conversations are uncomfortable. Sometimes we don't want to get involved because we don't want to know what's really going on, but we must. We have to ask those tough questions because we don't know whose life we can save and who we can impact. That's why it's so important to use the voice and the gift we have.
Our loved one, or even someone we know. I just want to encourage all of us to become better and not bitter. Because if we remain bitter, then we've given the perpetrator control over our lives. One thing I learned in the classes that I took as a facilitator is that a healthy, loving relationship begins with loving yourself. The first man or daughter will ever love will be her father. Making sure we are modeling healthy relationships for our children. You know, we've been told, or we've thought longevity in a marriage it's good, but it does not equal healthy. It simply means that nobody filed for a divorce. It doesn't mean a healthy relationship. We have to know what a healthy relationship looks like. Not only does our daughters need to know this, but our sons need to know this as well. We continue to focus on the daughters in their education about domestic violence, and we will continue to focus on the education for the young men as well. People often say sometimes, why don't they just leave, or why didn't they just leave? But maybe you never had two choices of if you stay, he's going to kill you, or if you leave, he's going to kill you. You may not have never had those two choices, but some of these ladies did. I just ask that you give up your right to remain silent, speak out against domestic violence, because the life you save may be someone you know and maybe someone you love.